what I'd like to do is introduce to you our first spoken word presenter. His name is Bill Amatneek. In 2001, Bill Amatneek guest edited an issue of Storytelling magazine, one he called the men's issue. It had comprised of 11 stories by men of the storytelling revival movement about the male experience. It became the best-selling issue in the history of the publication. Based on that success, he's now editing an anthology of men's writings titled Heart of a Man, Men's Stories for Women, slated for publication in the second quarter of this year. The stories and poems are about love, romance, sports, war, women, work, and the often difficult passage from boyhood to manhood. He's going to read his introduction to the first section in the anthology titled Boy to Man. So with that, Bill, it's all yours. I'm going to pass the baton over to you.
Parth, thank you very much. Can you hear me? Yes, you can. Boy to Man starts with physical changes. The youngster's body begins to muscle up and grow hair. His voice breaks in public one afternoon, embarrassing him. He may experience a growth spurt that makes him uncoordinated for a while. His beard starts growing. But beyond the physical changes that arrive imperceptibly, a boy's road to manhood will see a lifetime of passages, tests, competitions, and maybe initiations and battles. The journey turns hazardous while he's a boy, an out-of-control period in most men's lives. My friends and I put ourselves in jeopardy every day with risky behavior. From the time we were 7 years old, we led physical, out-on-the-streets lives, playing stickball in vacant lots, roller hockey on busy streets, football with older, bigger, merciless guys, games that sent us home limping, bruised, and beat up, tearing around the neighborhood on bicycles, dodging traffic, climbing to the tops of decrepit, abandoned buildings, picking up dirty lumber, linoleum, nails, and tiles, cutting our hands, getting stitches and tetanus shots, running, leaping, falling down hard, staging snowball fights between gangs of kids, 25 to a side, busting things up not meaning to, although sometimes meaning to, playing hockey on a thinly iced pond miles out of town with no one else around, getting chased by a pissed off trucker after we'd pelted his rig with snowballs. "Hey, mister, we're only kids," we yelled back at him as we ran. Breaking up pumpkins on Halloween and getting caught by the cops. Bicycling to the train yard, jumping inside the tracks and bumping over the cross ties, dodging freight trains as they rolled in. Talk about stupid. Jumping back out, calling up to the engineer to throw us down a fusee, a flare, lighting that fusee, running like hell. We sustained injuries in some of these escapades, and others could have killed us, though I'm sure our lives were low risk compared to those of many other boys. Testing of strength and endurance, taking risks, running your body ragged, these are the boy's life. Our masculinity starts at this young age and has evolved over millions of years, imprinted in our genes, psyches, and minds. I can feel it. As a male navigates manhood, he faces passages and perhaps initiations. An initiation is a life-threatening trial the boy must pass to be welcomed into adulthood by his people. Traditionally, it has three parts. First, he is separated from the group, especially from women, and taken to a sacred place where one or more elder men guide him through a potentially lethal trial. If he passes, he experiences a spiritual death and birth. A boy dies, a man is born. Finally, this new soul is reintegrated with the group and allowed to take a wife. We can think of passages, on the other hand, as turnstiles of relationships and experiences that mark the man as he passes through them. His father, who he chooses for friends, his first competitive sport, first fight, first dance, first girl, first intimacy, young love, marriage, maybe divorce or divorces, his woman's first pregnancy, fatherhood, job, military service. I don't think it's scarring initiations that are missed. A boy can become man without having to survive a life-threatening initiation. It's in guidance through tricky passages, some arriving suddenly, that a boy needs the help from an older brother, friend, uncle, or other good man ready to advise the youngster. But elder guides are not always at hand during these passages. I imagine most men miss this at points in their lives. And I know that Boys to Men is making good men available to teenaged boys. They provide a safe place for boys to share their feelings, their stories, and their struggles with encouraging, listening men. And I hope some of these boys accept the next big challenge, to grow from a boy into a man they are proud to be. Boy to man, it's a journey that never ends. Every day of a guy's life sees tests of his skills and strengths. Every day, his manhood evolves.